Number two, what it does is you're a shareholder, and obviously we have financial targets. And over time, the way we maximize value for shareholders is we grow the top line, but we also grow the bottom line. And what it means is lowering our customer acquisition cost. What we need is a direct access point from us to our customers. We give them value, we give them information, we give them maintenance and recall through the app, and we get them to come direct as opposed to coming through paid search. So if you think about it, our customer acquisition cost is, call it 12% or 13% of revenue. What happens to our financial metrics? What happens to the entire business when that goes to 11 or 10? All of that flows through to the bottom line, and that's how we deliver value for shareholders like you.
And I would imagine with the app as well, you've got engagement opportunities. You know, if you know what vehicle I have, what I've purchased in the past, you can then reach out to me as an app user and say, "Hey, you need a new oil filter," or something along those lines.
That's exactly it. It's, the ability to do customized, personalized push notification. Like ultimately, we don't want to just sell the parts. We want to be a destination for you to get the information. We want to be kind of that quote unquote smart friend. So if you're willing to download the app, we're going to give you great products at competitive prices, but we want to give you a lot more: maintenance, recall, special promotions, special events, subscriptions. Like there's a lot of things that we can do with an app. It's very, very powerful. And remember, 80% of our traffic is mobile. Most
Wow.
people already shop on their phone. All we're giving them is just an additional tool.
Okay, that's interesting. 80% mobile. Share buyback. This past quarter, in that press release, you told the world that you'd conducted a share buyback. Is this the first time you've done that?
This is the first time in recent history, yes. I think, personal opinion, I think our stock is significantly undervalued. I think we've built a great business. We went from under $300 million to over $650 million in revenue. We've done that with increasing margin. We have a lot of cash. Last quarter, we reported $79 million of cash. That cash is earning interest, and we have no debt. So we have a solid balance sheet. We have a business that's growing, and we have repeat customers, and we're free cash flow positive. And so when we see an opportunity to return capital to shareholders and potentially reduce the share count, we want to take that opportunity. So we've done that over the last couple of quarters, and over the next few quarters, I think you can expect us, assuming we get board approval, assuming we still see the value as being attractive. I think it's a good way to return some capital to shareholders.
And so you mentioned the $79 million of cash on the balance sheet. That seems like a big number to me. Is there significant capital expenditures we can look forward to? I
You
know
know,
in the past we've talked about distribution centers. You just talked about the mobile app that's come out. Are there other capex opportunities you're thinking about for the business?
there's always some maintenance capex and some additional capital expenditures that we're making. The beauty about our business is we can self-fund all these expenses. So if we're going to open a new warehouse, we can finance this ourselves out of the free cash flow from the business. If we're going to invest in an app, we can do this with the current resources. So we've become very good at opening warehouses. Obviously, since you've been covering the stock, we've opened 3 or 4 buildings. And so we've been very good at opening that. We're very financially disciplined. We only do it when it makes sense from a risk reward standpoint. And we only do it if it's going to service our customers and help deliver a better experience.
This is less of like a pure financial stock question, more of like a business question for you. So you've got several locations now, and it has been fun being a part of the journey and watching them develop over time. As CEO of the business, how often do you make it out to some of those various locations?
I make it out pretty often. I spend a lot of time in the field. I like to say that nothing good happens behind a desk. So, this year alone, I visited our team in Manila. I visited our manufacturing partners in Taiwan. I visited some of our partners up in the Bay Area. I've been to our Jacksonville facility, our LaSalle facility, our Vegas facility, our Texas facility. So I try to spend as much time as I can in the front line. I like to think of our business as, it's focused on 3 pillars. It's our people, it's our product, and it's our customers. So if I think about how I spend my time, I want to be talking to customers. I want to be listening to customer calls and reading customer reviews. I want to be talking to our people here and in the warehouses. And I want to think about our product. How do we create better product at more competitive prices? So that's how I think about my job.
Awesome. I have 2 more questions for you. The last one is always the same question, what you're most excited about. But before that, what about B2B application? is there a B2B business to be had here? You've talked about in the past how 90 plus percent of car parts are purchased brick and mortar. A lot of them, I'm imagining, are at service centers where people are actually getting work done. Do you ever think about a B2B business?
Yeah, definitely thinking about it. As we think about leveraging the capabilities that we've built, supply chain, e-commerce, an app, all the assortment, there's an opportunity for us to expand that business. I think over the next couple of years, it's going to grow. But what I'm most excited about is really the direct to consumer, the carparts.com business, and really the app. Financially, it makes sense because it reduces our reliance on marketing spend, but really externally facing, it's better for the customer. It's a faster, it's a better experience, and it's more value based. We're not just trying to sell you the parts. We're here to serve you. We're here to deliver value. So the app is what I'm most excited about for sure.
There we go. And David, I said I was out of questions, but I did have one more. UAW strike. Uh, Driving into the office here in Detroit, Michigan, I drove past the picket line today. I saw the strikers out there. Um, well, it's a sad situation, especially for our, tight Detroit geographic area that has significant impacts. I would imagine for your business, it's a little bit of a catalyst in that fewer new vehicles are rolling off of the production lines. And that means that existing vehicles are on the road for longer. Is that the right way to think about it?
Yeah, definitely. Listen, everyone is watching the situation very carefully. You too. It's definitely sad to see what's happening. But yes, I think it is an opportunity. If there are less new cars on the road, less new cars being manufactured, there is an incentive for customers to keep their car longer. And there are opportunities, and it is easy to maintain your car for much longer. Cars today, on average, are 12.5 years old. Over time, you're going to see cars on the road for 15, 20, 25 years. And what that means is they need parts. They need quality parts at competitive prices. Ideally, they buy them from us. But over time, I think it's going to be an opportunity for sure.
Awesome. David, I appreciate you joining us. I appreciate you joining us just about every quarter. Like we both mentioned, it's very, very exciting to watch the business evolve. Um, you've led a full digital revolution here from a business that's existed for a very long period of time, bringing it into the 21st century. So, thank you for what you're doing for us as consumers. Thank you for joining us, and I wish you a wonderful day ahead.
Thanks for having me, Luke. PRTS to the moon. Talk soon.
There we go. We need it every time. There you have it, folks. David Menion, CEO, CarParts.com, joining us just about every quarter here over the past, I don't know, maybe 4 years or so that we've been documenting this journey now. Like I mentioned at the top of the segment, I am a shareholder in the business. I've got a little bit of skin in the game, which is why I always appreciate digging into the press releases, digging into the company itself. All right, we are continuing forward on our All Access stream. We have more content ahead. Stay tuned. While we're moving forward into our next piece of business here, let's touch on the SBF trial. A couple interesting things happening, I think. I don't know if everybody saw yesterday that the jurors are going to remain anonymous. That's the same thing that we do
Order
for
submitted.
The big gangster trials, like your John Gotti's and all of that sort of thing. So jurors will remain anonymous. Other fun facts: SBF got a new haircut. So he's looking nice and clean. It didn't look like there were cameras in the courtroom, so we got to rely on the pictures. I saw some of the courtroom pictures that were better. I saw some that were worse. The trial is going to take several weeks. I don't expect for us to get much new or exciting news. I think the most interesting thing that we will have happen is that we'll see some of his inner circle, some of his colleagues testify. It looks like just about everyone is flipped. And the main argument that we're going to be looking out for is basically, I think Sam is going to say that he didn't know he was breaking the law. He didn't know he was committing fraud. And prosecutors are going to be bringing the other side of the book. They're going to say, hey, he knowingly did this, and that's why his inner circle flipping on him, which is quite sad, is important to the case. And with that, I'm getting a word from producer AB that we are going to wrap. Stay tuned. We got more content flowing on the channel throughout the day. Happy trading, everyone.
So this is your first time buying a home?
Yeah, this is first time doing any of this.
Honestly, we definitely have the stress and anxiety part down.
I know this can all seem a bit overwhelming, but everything is in the email I sent you the other day. It'll go a long way to ease those new anxieties. Information about financing, inspections.
The email.
And if you haven't looked at it yet, let's go through it together.
Okay.
Expertise. Just one of the many ways an agent who's a realtor works for you.
Good morning, traders. I don't know about you guys, but I missed some of that rally yesterday. I was able to catch some of it out the gates, but I don't know about you guys. I'm ready to look for some buy the dip opportunities. Will we get some? That's what I'll be looking for and find out, of course, right here, how we can maybe get back into the green. I want to stay in the green this week. We've had one red day, one green day. Let's get back into the green, baby. Let's battle back. You guys know where you're at. It's live trading with Benzinga.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
Good morning indeed. It's always good to see you guys out there. I see a lot of you guys in the chat saying hello, and that's what it's all about. And yeah, definitely enjoy having each other to back each other up, bring stocks up. I see already people mentioning ICCT. And like always, guys, we don't mind what stocks you guys bring up. The key is, like always, help each other out, call levels, talk about it. Let's go ahead. Let's bring on my co-host. You guys might know him. Ryan Faluna, of course. What's going on, man? How we doing?
Well, we're doing real good, man. We're doing real good. I am in Trade the Pool. So now that this is over, I did a post-mortem on the situation. It appears that when I was signing up and logging into my account, I screwed something up. But I gotta say, shout out to Trade the Pool. Their support team is great. I literally reached out to a contact. They took care of my password, and I'm in with no issue today. Love to see that from internet-based fintech companies. If you get good support, that is a good sign, and that is exactly what I got this morning. So I'm ready to roll, Mitch.
I see you. I see you all set up. Looks like you got a nice little setup here. Doesn't look bad at all. We'll be taking a look at this and seeing how it works here.
You know, one more thing that I wanted to mention here real quick about this setup. First of all, I really like this because one of the things that you're going to notice right smack dab in the center of the screen is this ladder. Now, for those of you that use TD Ameritrade, you're probably used to something like this because there's an active trader tab that I use religiously on Thinkorswim. So I actually already feel like I know how to do it here on Trade the Pool. Really, really excited to get this started here. Time and sales, watch list, order entry tools, daily chart, 1 minute chart, everything's linked together. You can see my positions at the bottom. Giddy up. Let's go, Mitch.
Love to hear it, man. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look here at what I'm looking at. And of course, I'll be watching to see what happens in the market and trying to continue in the green. Yesterday was able to get small green, but hey, we'll keep battling. Let's see what we can get today. Of course, technology taking the major move up yesterday. I talked about it. Keep your eyes on NVIDIA. Keep your eyes on Microsoft. They took off yesterday, got that nice lift. Now, Microsoft didn't move as much as NVIDIA did. So that's one that I can actually look for, maybe a push to today towards 332.50s. That'll be one that I'll be taking a look at. Also taking a look at what growth names, right? You saw ARKK take off yesterday. Names like Roku getting a nice little pop. And this looks like a nice little chart to me. I'm looking for charts like this that have some sideways action, a couple of bottoming attempts, and reversal action. So 1, 2, 3, reversal action. That's what I'm looking for. If the charts look like that, I like them. So if you guys see any charts like that, yell at me. Hey, Mitch, I see one. I see one. Let's keep an eye on it, and we'll see what happens to these names. Names like Unity. Look at that. Nice little 1, 2, 3 bottoming, reversal action. These are the type of stocks that I'm looking for, guys. And of course, you guys can mention them all the time. And we're going to be taking a look at a lot of the ARKK kind of growth names, even like that DNA that had been recently going to 2. Look at that. Now it's 222, continues to lift. We can keep an eye on it. This could maybe make another run. We'll see what happens on these cheaper names and kind of a lot of these kind of risk on type of names. I want to see the IWM stay strong today. It's pulling back a little bit here in the pre-market. Let's see if we can get another run in the IWM and it be an everything rally again. That's how it was yesterday. It was an everything rally. Now, definitely keep watch on the banks. I'm still keeping a close eye to see what happens there. You guys can look at that by looking at XLF. Yesterday, it did have a nice run up. I'm wondering if this continues. If this continues, if we get strength in the financials, that's when I've seen the market really go back to tech, really feel open about kind of trading these names and even the AI names. AI getting a nice little bounce yesterday. Will it continue coming back? I think this is all going to be based on what happens in tech. But of course, I'll go ahead and kick it to my man, Ryan. You can take a look at the S&P 500 or the SPY for us and take a look at some stocks in the chat. You guys out there that are looking at some smaller names, call them out. Lynn saying that she went to Costco yesterday. It was a Faluna Christmas.
Well, it's funny because Costco already has Christmas decorations up. And I was discussing with a couple of people over the last several weeks. They went from having one aisle that had Halloween on one side and Christmas on the other, to now not really having anything Halloween related anymore, and 3 aisles full of Christmas trees and wreaths and toys and stuff. So they're starting early this year,
Yeah.
Mitch. They're starting early. It's not even September. So I'm not sure if that was the kind of the joke that Lynn was trying to get at there, but I'm happy anytime I'm in Costco. So good morning, Trade the Pool. I think that's Gil back there. Good morning, Gil. I am in. We are locked in and ready to go, my friend.
Yes, we are. I know Ryan's all ready to go and ready to get after it. And I like your setup. And what I like is that it's different than my setup, right? You guys see it. And if you guys are interested in learning how to do these setups, or maybe you like mine over Ryan, or you like Ryan's over mine, just reach out to us. We'll help you guys try to set it up and try to help you get to the best abilities. And also, you guys can always reach out to Trade the Pool if you guys want to learn more about it. And like I've mentioned, next week, I'm going to be pulling more of their content from their YouTube to be bringing it in to give you guys different features that we can be using to get that edge, right? That's what we're all looking for. Let's keep getting after it. Let's go back to Ryan's charts here. Let's take a look at the SPY here and see his outlook. And of course, we'll get into some stock trading really soon. It's 9:16. That'll come in really quick.
Real quick before I start here, Wally's saying Trade the Pool. How do I get that 20%? Mitch gave that code or that link in the chat.
You should be
yesterday.
able to, when you go to the website, even just when you click on that link, it should pop up.
Oh man, my headset wasn't even on the whole time. I'm so silly. Sorry about that. Anyways, good morning. Don't follow my trades today because I'm doing some risky business. This one might actually be good if some volume comes in. It could potentially be good. It's a very low float stock. But if the volume doesn't come in, it's just gonna die off. We got less than a minute until market opens though. All right, let's see what happens here at market open.
Order filled.
Okay, we got closed out of that. Whoa. Whoa. I'm not gonna close this trade. I'm just gonna let it ride. Boom. We're probably gonna get clapped out, honestly. We'll see. Oh, it's over. This account's over, man. I really hope that you didn't try to copy my trade. Anybody watching this? I told you it was very risky. This thing was either going to shoot up or shoot down, and it's on huge volume too. So do not try to buy this dip. It's just going to keep dropping. This account has to be over with soon. I think at 300 it's over, or maybe even Just listening to this business meeting, so that's why I'm not really talking.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
Dang, dude, we're about to get stopped out again. I gotta stay away from this and on these big red candles, man. Shit just drops so hard. Oh, it's over with. Yeah, I think it's gone. Says data been very good, have strong economy. This monetary policy is good. I don't feel like to cut rates. Eventually, interest rates will need to be lower because we determine are not my baseline. If data called for higher rates. Yeah, you right, bro. You right. But I'm leaving it for the day. I'm gonna focus on this right now. I'm looking to buy this dip. I'm gonna go ahead. No, not yet. Right around here.
Order filled. Order canceled.
Uh, yeah, I have one question. So, like, I'm currently in the USA. Is there like any like restrictions or like individual like license requirements that I would need to do on my end, like separate from? I know this doesn't necessarily pertain directly to you, but I figure you probably know since this is your area. Okay. Okay, got you. So like having like a series 3 or 34 things like that doesn't necessarily help or anything like that. Okay, I appreciate it. Yeah, this is the 100K static account. But yeah, this is futures. So yeah, this is the 100K. Right now I'm at like 100 I'm up like 170 bucks cuz I took some losses, so but yeah. Yeah, this challenge cost me 27 bucks. But I done the static one, which I didn't do the regular count. The static one I think just has better rules. Thanks. Have a good one. All right. See what the market's trying to do here. It seems like the market's trying to come up because of the. Seems like the statements from the Fed was pretty overall positive. We got the markets already on the lows. I feel like we're kind of due for a little run up. Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything too big, but like the market should do something. Alright. So, okay, I could be about to. I don't have a stop set, so I should probably set a stop. 580. So I'm gonna go 574. And then I have to sell it. I really hate doing this because I know I'm gonna get stopped out.
Order submitted.
But you gotta do it because sometimes this thing just moves too fast and you don't have time to close the trade manually before you just get clapped. Okay, we got some more data in. I don't know what any of this means. Okay, looks like this was lower than expected. And so that seems pretty bad. I don't know how important that data is though for like the overall market. Let's see, we got something else just came in. So this also seems worse than expected. Again, no idea what that means for the market as a whole. Yeah, we're about to get stopped out. That's just great. But that's the name of the game. You know, I could have took my little $100 profit, but I want to try to ride it and see if we can come back up above the highs, honestly. I'm just hoping that it doesn't stop me out. Actually, see. I'm gonna lower my stop a bit. Let's see, is the market okay, the market, if it doesn't catch support here on let me let's just see what happens. Come on, big green. Big green, let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on, market. Nah. Damn, we don't want that. We do not want that. Ooh, we do not want that. That's bad. We need this candle to fill up. It's unfortunate that I'm gonna have to get out of this trade soon. I don't like that candle. I don't like that candle. I could get out for 63 bucks right now. Risk it for the biscuit, man. We just need to break back above this support and then close above it, open another candle above it, hold the support, and we should be locked into this trade for the day. Hopefully that's the only shakeout attempt there, and we can just get on with the movements. We need to come up above this middle VWAP, form a support above that, break. Well, we're pretty much good from that point. We just got to hold that support. Just got to hold the support. If we hold the support, I might add one more contract. I'll wait just a bit though. It needs to close over this middle VWAP, because it could still get rejected from here and continue lower. So we're not in the safe zone yet. We're close. Okay, we opened up above it. Now we just need this candle to hold above. It can drop down, but we need it to close above, preferably. This is a possible adding zone, but it just depends if it continues to hold. Seems like it. Seems like it's gonna hold. See if I can catch a dip buying opportunity. Okay, we might be able to grab one. It's my average price right now, 83. Let's see.
Order filled.
Okay. Oh wait, what? Oh no, I just bought 2 contracts. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I only wanted 1. Oh man, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. And look at that. It got rejected. Oh no, dude. I just messed up really bad. Yeah, man. Okay, let's just open up above this. Let's open up above. Okay, we opened up above it technically. We're up 134. Longing Tesla. Okay, okay. Let's see what Tesla's doing. What's your entry? Where'd you get in at? It's looking good. Oh, we're making 300 bucks. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sell off one of these contracts.
Order filled.
Okay. So that locked in a lot. Just that one contract. Right now we're up 400 bucks on the account. I need 2,000. See, if the market does really well today, it's very possible that I could get really close to completing this today. I just gotta be smart here. See, I could either take the small profits now. I mean, that's not small, that's a pretty good amount. Or, you know, I can try and hold through all the volatility, and if the market comes up here, I'm gonna be making some money, and that's not even that big. I expect today we could come up to here. Um, Look at it on like the last 10 days. I mean, even right here is gonna be pretty nice. So I'm expecting a good day. Alright, you just entered. Okay, let's see. I'm long in Tesla now, just entered. Up $17, 100 shares. Alright, let's go. Okay. See what. Okay. So if you just entered, I don't know what time you said that, but I'm assuming that you got in right around, probably under 150. So, yeah, man, nice. Already up almost $1 a share at least. So, 100 shares, 100 bucks. She. Nice, bro. Call up the buddy real quick. What up? I just got out of that meeting. Bro, it's really good. They literally handle everything. We just gotta get some money. Bro, I might pass this challenge today. I might. Depends what the market does. I'm up over 400 bucks right now though. I'm long on MNQ. Yeah. There was a lot of positive statements from the Fed today. And the market's been selling off, so there's gonna be a lot of buying pressure hopefully. What are you trading? Okay, okay. You might look for an entry on MNQ. It's the S&P is at a resistance level right now. If it breaks this resistance level and holds the support, you got a really good entry. MNQ, but yeah, yeah, but I trade based off of the S&P, and it seems to work really well. So I watch the S&P chart, but I trade MNQ. What'd you say? No. All right. All right. You'll have to hang up though. My phone's not with me. Yeah, it's over there charging. We are at a resistance level here, so we just need to break through that because this is where it opened at. So we're breaking it now. And again, we just need to hold above it, so we can expect a little bit of a sell-off most likely. And then hopefully, we'll just keep pushing up. So we just got to keep an eye on the news, make sure nothing crazy happens. But we did already make a new high for the day. We're in the green. We got a good entry. As long as nothing crazy happens, should be good. We should be pretty good. But yeah, very well done on the Tesla trade. So are you back in the green now? I'm like way in the red, bro. I've just been kind of YOLOing it. I haven't even been seriously trading the stocks, I'll be completely honest, which is not setting a good example 100%. I really just think I really want to focus on the futures right now. It's just like you can see the money, like it's so hard to get this kind of money on stocks with, like such a short amount of time. I mean, yes, you can also lose the money just as quick though. So at some point I do expect we're going to have a big pullback. Hopefully it's not until we're like over up in this area. Right now this is to be expected because this is where we opened up at, so we're trying to fight to break through. So right now people are fighting to short or buy or whatever the case may be. So we're not going to be worried right here though. We're still a long way in the profit. We got 3 contracts. It was actually kind of good. We accidentally bought that extra contract because that was able to not only cover the $94 that I was already down today, but actually covered that 94 plus 66 in the profit off of a mistake. So it's nice when a mistake actually works in your favor for once. Usually the mistakes, clap you out or, put you in a really bad position. But every once in a while, a mistake can pay off. Wonder if I got my Apple order filled. I'm trying to buy some Apple puts for really cheap. Just a little gamble play, honestly, on my personal Robinhood account. I'm gonna mute while I talk to my wife for a minute. Alright, I'm back. She didn't answer. Alright. Just not enough selling pressure, which is really good. We should bounce right here. It'll probably bounce off this. Maybe dip its toes in the water, but it should bounce. If it doesn't bounce from there, then the dynamics of the trade may have changed, but I don't think they have. Okay, we did touch it. Okay. I don't like that candle right there. I don't know if there's any other data coming today or anything. Let's see. So today is the 18th. We got what is that, earnings or something? Oh, those are futures, maybe futures expirations or something. I don't know. Earnings, CPI. I don't know. All right. Coming back up. Let's hope we just can get like a parabolic run up, man. We've been having these parabolic sell-offs. Let's get a parabolic run up. What's up on that? Okay, so we need to come back over this 5102 level, but she's gotten some build up some resistance there. We're still not in the safe zone yet. We need to break this high and then close above the high. Yo. What up? Hey. Alright. On Ninja Trader? Yeah, it was the same for me actually. Yeah, you might just have to keep adjusting the price. It's because it's moving a lot. Right here's the big red candle. I got 3 contracts right now. Right now the spread's not that bad, but I would do buy ask. But the problem is the prices are changing so fast. So if you want to get in, then yeah, you're gonna need to do buy market. The spread's not bad right now though, so it's not gonna really give you that bad of a fill, as long as you don't try to do it at the top of the candle or something. Seems like the market wants to run up today though. No, no, it's because the prices are changing so fast. The market order's not going through? Oh no, that's weird. Yo, my headphones died. Do what? That's weird. Hmm.
Order filled.
Okay, so if you log in on you have to log into the thing on the Ninja Trader, not the website. Platform that you downloaded, the Ninja one with all the you have to minimize each section. Remember, you have to connect it to your Apex. You have to go to connections and connect it. Oh. Already have the money? Yeah, bro. Sorry, I was on the phone, so I just replied through that. Oh, it did go through? Might have just been a delay. Did you go long or short? Maybe you got stopped out or something. Lost 400 bucks because of that. Send me a screenshot of your orders. My order took like 2 or 3 seconds to fill. Well, it's probably because the market's super active. Probably like something to do. Honestly though, this thing could run. Oh, okay. There. Okay, you might just be locked out for the day then. Yeah, yeah. But there's also a daily limit, so they might have just. I'm not sure if you've hit the daily loss limit, if that closes your account, or if it just. Possible I could beat this challenge today. Possible. Not. About 1,300 more bucks. If you do fail that one and you decide to try again, do the static account. There's no daily loss limit. Daily loss limit is your max draw. $625 from their starting. Make a $2,000 profit. You can. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. And that's why I didn't like that challenge. That's why I went with the static account because that does. As long as you never get negative six. Yeah, exactly. As long as you never get. So the only difference though is. Off of. I actually only meant to do three, but I bought two whenever I went out at one spot. I accidentally bought. Pass yet? Probably trade. Does he work? Doesn't really want to take advice really that much either. Like we were trying to tell him. That's what I'm saying. Like we were telling him micro MQs, and instead he's like, no, I want. Yeah, he's gonna have to learn. okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Exactly. He's gonna have. He's gonna. It's. Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. He probably doesn't even know what. Yeah, yeah. He had to have been making some. Either that, or he got in at the perfect point and rode that. I doubt that. Oh, okay. Well, maybe. That's how you make that's how you make the big money on these trades. Right now, with 2 contracts, I'm up 334 over 200, and I'm just holding two. Pennies are fine, literally. I'm up almost. 5 day trading day. No. Charts. Right. Let's see, chart. No, no, you just need to sign up. I mean, you already just log in with the account that you already have. It'll be like opening an account, a individual account, and ask you all the information you just. Like live trading. Live trading. Oh, okay. It's because you didn't set it up. Just go to ninjatrader.com. Type in ninjatrader.com. Alright, well, first go to log in. Go to login and tell me what happened. Oh, wait, no. Do you see where it says have an account? Log in here. You don't want to create a new account. You already have an account. I don't think it logged you into my account. I think what it was trying to do is trying to put you on the that you don't have a brokerage account with them. You want to do the AnyDesk thing? He lost his first account. Now he reset it. Right. Tell me. I'm ready for the code whenever. I need this. Right. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna minimize this so you can enter all that in. I'm not gonna look at it. So go ahead and do whatever you share some of the comments. Yeah, right now I'm trading with Apex, and honestly, yeah, the NinjaTrader web platform or the down. Hold on, bro. I'm talking to the YouTube channel. I have all these windows open, so. Here, okay, cool. They might. If I blow the account, it is what it is. Just trying to fund my own account. I can make a couple grand from here. It's just good if you don't have much capital. Honestly, as far as like the orders, I haven't had any issues. Get like a bad fill. Bad fill, but not too bad. You know, I have had times to where that happens. It's kind of annoying, but that's. Do what? Doesn't matter. You can say whatever. I didn't do the funds one. Yeah. What was, okay, okay. Yeah. You're just gonna have to do it all again, unfortunately. Because you had already started another application and you can only have one going out. Do everything the exact same again and Have a passport. Pass the challenge, they can't. I mean, just in case, you know, you make a lot of money, they can't.
Let's dive into the Investing Pro Plus stock screener and see how to find new investing opportunities in no time. From the Pro Plus homepage, click on the Screener tab at the top left corner of the navigation bar to get started. The quickest way to start screening is with Pro Plus's pre-made investing strategies. So toggle Strategies near the top right of the screen, which will open up a range of categories we think you should check out. Let's open Strong Upside as an example. Now this strategy contains stocks already filtered for a strong fair value upside, a positive analyst target upside, and a market cap greater than $250 million. You can also modify these filters for a more custom approach. Then just scroll down to see all the stocks that fit these criteria. You can sort them however you want by clicking on the parameter you prefer and even export the results to a spreadsheet for offline work later. You can also always create your own screener from scratch by clicking on the plus icon. Then just choose and modify your metrics to start seeing results. And when you find a preset that you like, hit Save at the top right corner to save it for future use. That's a quick rundown of how to use the Pro Plus stock screener. You're all set to start finding new investments.
There's one simple sugar hack that anyone can use to reset their blood sugar on demand. Did you know that you can pee out blood sugar? Most people don't know this, but the real reason behind unbalanced blood sugar has nothing to do with eating too many carbs or sugars like we thought, but instead with sticky protein-filled cells clogging your pancreas. They found that these sticky protein-filled cells prevent your pancreas from flushing sugar out of your body, so sugar builds up in the pancreas and is then forced back into your bloodstream, pushing your levels higher and higher. Luckily for you, though, there's now a solution. Top scientists at the University of Dusseldorf in Germany recently revealed an odd new way to flush these sticky protein-filled cells out of the pancreas. A simple hack you can use starting tonight to remove excess sugar from the body through urination. This solution is now clinically proven to restore healthy A1C levels within minutes, regardless of age or current condition. More than 297,000 people of all ages are already using this natural solution and have been able to stabilize their blood sugar once and for all. I urge you to stop what you're doing and tap the Watch Now button to watch a free video that shows exactly how this simple solution can help reverse type 2 for good. And remember, you won't need a doctor or have to spend hundreds of dollars, as this is something you can easily do from home. Just imagine, no more spikes, no more stress or feeling guilty whenever you want a piece of cake. And best of all, you'll finally have the energy to play with your kids or grandkids whenever you want. However, the $28 billion diabetes care industry has already removed this special presentation from the internet twice before in a desperate attempt to protect their profits. So it's uncertain how long the information will remain available this time. Tap the Watch Now button below before it's too late.
What's up, traders? What's going on? It looks like you guys are having some kind of issues in the chat. They're saying that there's none to borrow on Vino. Well, let's take a look at maybe what we can do on Trade the Pool today that most might not be able to. Smash the like. It's live trading with Benzinga.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
What up, traders? Who's ready to come after it? I know I'm ready to get after it. We got my man Ryan Faluna in the house. We're ready to get after this market. You guys know we got Trade the Pool up, ready to get after it. And of course, what does Trade the Pool have? Of course, the stock that you guys just seem to be wanting to talk in the chat. Vino over here. Vino. I'll let Ryan talk a little bit more about what's probably going on with Vino here. But I just wanted to show you guys that, yes, this is available. And I'm not going to do it right now because it's not necessarily to get the fill here, but just to kind of show you guys. And one of the biggest reasons why we like using Trade the Pool is you don't have to stress too much about hard to borrow and things like that. If I wanted to go ahead and just go here short at 320, I could put in that limit order and it could be already out there right now, right? And there you guys see it. The order is out there and it could get filled. Things like this is why we think it's definitely an advantage. Moments like yesterday when the market just got tanked on, I always say you got to be able to go long and short. There's so many traders out there that only know how to trade one way. This is where it can become really difficult when the market goes against that strategy. So knowing how to hit the brake pedal for those traders is going to be even more vital than it is for traders that can flip strategy and go short. We'll see what happens with these stocks today. Of course, yesterday, big, massive trade on NVIDIA. Guys, I mean, I don't think I could have done it better yesterday with NVIDIA. So yesterday we saw NVIDIA go from 450s down there all the way to 432. A little bit further than the 440 thought that I put out there. But man, what a takedown yesterday in some of these tech names. Now the Max Payne trade is on who? I don't think it's on the Bears or the Bulls here. It's going to be on the Bears that are still short probably NVIDIA here. So if we can get above 441 today, be careful because this could spike right back to yesterday's prices. We'll see what happens there. I'm going to take a look at the market today. You'll see what happens. It's going to be a little bit of a mixed reaction. The TLT going higher today. That's definitely one thing to keep an eye out for. As long as we can stay above kind of the this kind of bottoming action from 7 a.m., this 85 spot, we're still looking pretty good here on the TLT. All right, kicking it to Ryan. We'll take a look at the SPY. We'll take a look at some smaller names. You guys in the chat, smash the like. We'll definitely take a look, of course, at Trade the Pool's outlook. And we'll, before the market opens, I'll try to go ahead and get through those hot stocks. Gil's out there, guys. Hot stocks here, Meta, Palantir, and Intel. There's definitely some news on Palantir and Intel that we'll get to. But let's go ahead. Let's go to Ryan's outlook here on the SPY and get you guys ready for the open. It's 9:21. Smash the like. You know where you're at. Live trading with Benzinga.
All right. Good morning, everybody. SPY bounced off of its 200-day and its 500-day, which were converging. This is what we've been looking for. My suspicion here is that after this bounce fades, we turn back around and actually break this to the downside. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to wait for that to materialize. I've got no position for that. But I think on bounce back, if you get any type of bounce back up, new short positions might be a decent swing. I'm looking at one in Airbnb. I'll let you know if that gets filled. Let's go over to the movers tool. I'm going to start with Vino because you guys are talking about this. First of all, Vino clearly has momentum here today. I've made several legs up here. Clearly, this is the stock here in the pre-market. I'm going to issue you a warning, though. I want to be really, really careful. If you go to the news, first of all, if you were a Benzinga Pro client, you'll realize that we actually had the information a half hour prior to the PR being released to everybody else. So Benzinga Pro customers, we did an exclusive on Vino here. And again, you had about 30 minutes to make a decision prior to the press release going out. So pretty cool. Hats off to our news desk team for really getting this out there as early as possible, giving our clients an opportunity. Now, with that being said, this is a trade, right? We're traders here. We're willing to buy and sell things when things change. We're looking for momentum to try and capture. What's going on with Vino here today? Gaucho Group tells Benzinga the company announces its intention to list 2 of its Argentine retail properties, for sale, priced at $2 million and $700,000. So what are they doing here? Well, they're selling assets to pay debt. So for those of you that follow fundamentals, you let me know if this is sustainable, right? I know we're seeing a pop here today, but under the hood, what's going on here? Assets are being sold in order to pay off debt. So just not sure about any type of long-term drive from this. Clearly, in the short term, it's giving us an opportunity. So let's see what happens when the market opens. One of the things we're going to follow here are going to be some of the technicals. On my Trade the Pool setup, I still have the 3-minute chart with the MACD. We're going to try and develop a feel for that. Seems to work a little bit better on these smaller names, especially in the environment that we're in. So just keep that in mind here with Vino. I don't think this is an investment. I don't think this is a long-term play. But if you're going to trade this, just be quick on it. Make sure you take those gains. Let's not get stuck early on here. Next on this list is going to be CDT. This is Conduit Pharmaceuticals. This did pop as high as 14 and some change. We've come all the way back down to 830. You'll notice that there's about $2.50 gap between where the price is right now and the VWAP. So we might get a regression back to that. I don't see any news on this one. So this one I have really kind of no lay of the land, if you will. This is just technicals. We'll watch it. I'm not going to say no early on, but I don't really have an angle right now. And we've actually seen that initial pop met with a lot of selling pressure. So we want to be careful that we don't get jammed in something that we can't get out of. So keep that in mind as well. Next here is going to be FRLN. This is Freeline Therapeutics. Stock is about $3.50 yesterday. Popped as high as 7 and change here today, 724. Looks to be your high. Freeline Therapeutic shares are trading higher after the company released initial data from the first cohort of phase 1/2 Galileo. Okay, probably butchering that, but Galileo 1 trial of FLT201 gene therapy for Gaucher diseases. So let's see. This sounds good. I don't have any familiarity with the study, the disease, or anything like that. So let's watch this here. First move I'd like to see is expanded volume from this pre-market. I'd like to see some really good volume out of the open, and then a potential move back to the VWAP here at 591. So we'll see if we end up getting that. Now, there were a couple more here. LVOX, this is Livebox Holdings. This up on very little volume. Livebox shares are trading higher after NICE announced it will acquire the company. I don't think there's going to be a trade here. So up on light volume, but I don't really think there's going to be any movement here. Tilray. So some of the cannabis names. It looks like Tilray here trading up. Looks like we had a earnings here this morning and a conference call. I haven't gone through any of that, so I'm not sure what's going on there. One of the things that I always want to keep in mind is this affecting some of the other names? It looks like CGC popped and came back in. So we'll see if that can catch kind of its footing there and maybe drive multiple stocks here in today's session. IKT, this is another one that had a catalyst here. IKT Therapeutics Inhibix. I can't pronounce some of these names. This is really brutal. This popped almost as high as 2. We've come back to 147 here. We're below the VWAP. They received FDA orphan drug designation for one of their drugs for the treatment of multiple system atrophy. We'll see. The drop here kind of has me concerned, but like we've seen with some of these stocks, it might catch a bid a little bit later in the day. We'll see what happens after the market opens here. Palantir, this is on Trade the Pool's list of hot stocks. Palantir has been hot recently. We've got moves in both directions, and we're getting that again here today. Catalyst this morning, Palantir Technology shares are trading higher. The company announced it will collaborate with PricewaterhouseCoopers to accelerate operational transformation. This does seem like a good PR to me. And I think that the benefits of whatever transformation they're going to work on here is likely to be seen over a longer period of time. So it's possible that pops are met with sells here. I think that this is probably a net good thing, but it's going to happen over a longer period of time. So we'll see what types of trading activity we get in the short term. Not sure how much this PR is actually going to factor into it. It's just providing an underlying catalyst for this stock moving. I did see the Bitcoin was up today. We got a little bit of drift higher here in Mara. Let's check Riot as well. And then also Coin. Now, I believe that the trial and things are going on with Sam Bankman-Fried. I don't know if that's going to affect any of these. Maybe some of the headlines will. We'll see. Just keep that in mind. Everything else on here doesn't really look all that great. I guess SoFi is popping here. Did we have any news on SoFi? I don't think I saw anything. Biden administration cancels $9 billion more of student loan debt. That's a partner link. I'd want to look into that. Yeah, I don't know. Afterwards, SoFi schedules the conference call to discuss the Q3 results. I don't know. I don't really know what's moving this. We're up 2% here. Let's see what happens when the market opens and the volume flows in. Let's see what you folks are looking for. Okay, you guys are talking about nat gas. Is that Smoke Tuna? You're saying this is not new news. Well, there you go. I was kind of saying I'm not really sure how that's going to affect it in the near term anyway. I don't really follow Palantir that closely, so appreciate this this shout out here. Jay, you were talking about Boyle here. Maybe it's real UNG breakout pre-market high. You know, I've taken a look at Boyle quite a bit. I will say, I know this is a great trading vehicle for some people. Just be really, really careful with this one. They call natural gas the widowmaker. I've not really had success trading natural gas. So if you guys are going to throw out natural gas trades, be descriptive about them. I'd like to hear why you're doing it, what your thought process is, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that can benefit from that here in the chat. So let me know. All right, we are open. Let me flip over to my main screen. We should get Mitch back here in a little bit. We'll see what we got here. Vino, this is the stock du jour. Let's see what we're doing. I'm going to see, actually, let me see if this is in Trade the Pool. Add this. Oh, no, if I remove this, no, here we go. Okay, let's see. Okay, looks like Vino popped out of the open and pulled. Zoom in a little bit here. Would really like to see, as far as a trade goes, just to kind of make this a little bit easier, would really like to see this come into VWAP. Gil saying here, for anyone wondering how to see that level 2 beauty terminal market depth, I think this is what you're talking about, right? Unless you're just talking about something else here. Vino going higher here now. Here, yeah, Mitch helped with the production. No position yet. Watching.
Bada bing, bada boom. All right, guys. So today's going to be one of those days where, remember, things can flip in an instant. And what do you see up leading right now? Technology. I wonder why. The utilities behind that. I wonder why. Real estate behind that. I wonder why. Defensives. Getting the hint there? The areas where it's gotten hit the most in the green today. Remember how that's how the psychology can work a lot of the times for day trading? I think that a lot of times traders forget that kind of action, but don't forget that today, that we could have an actual up day. Look at Vino up there to 320. Who's on that Vino life today?
Not me.
Palantir looks like a short for me today, as I feel like this is on a head and shoulders pattern. AI mentions aren't going to save you now, Palantir. At least that's the way I feel. Palantir on the downside action. We'll see what happens on that one today if it gets the up move. But of course, technology starting to get a little bit of a lift. One area that I'm watching is SOXL today to see if that can get a push back to the upside. NVIDIA, of course, will that push here? It's actually going red really quickly here. It was green there for a second, probably just about a second. Apple did have a downgrade today, so we'll see if Apple goes from green to red today. It is pushing up right now. I'm going to look at the bigger boys to see what is making moves. Meta trying to push back to 300. So looking around team to find what trades are making moves here. Of course, if you guys have anything you guys want to call out, feel free to call it out there. Just looking around. Not seeing much right now that I can get after, but industrials going back in the green. That's something to think about. When you see RCL lead and CCL lead right now, you can just tell that the beaten down names are getting a little bit of a bounce today. Like Best Buy, perfect example. I think Best Buy is a short in the long term, but right now, look at it on the intraday action. Yesterday's action, this huge drop to 67. Today, back down, right back up to 69. So things like this, we could see a little bit of a lift, and then be careful on the kind of pushback, right? I'm renting these names. I have no problem doing that. Like Etsy's another one that's been really beaten down that's bouncing back today. So names like that, I'd be okay with playing on the bounce.
Jay, what are you looking at here this morning? Microsoft 4 off the pre-market low. Are you long Microsoft, Jay? By the way, Vino trying to break that spot at 330. This is just too extended. I don't think there's a trade up here, at least not for me. Taking a look at Microsoft. Microsoft, it definitely moving off that pre-market low. All right, Jay Rice, long Microsoft. Looks like this is actually trying to go higher. 316.50 is where it stopped. Decent amount of stock traded up there. Let's see if I can. Jay, should I join you here? Should I join you here? This is just, it's so extended. Bought some pre-market and bought call spreads for earnings at the end of the month. Okay, awesome. Awesome. So you actually were buying in the pre-market. I like the call spread play. Wait for a pullback here for myself.
Looking for some pullback action to join
Yeah,
the
me
party
too.
here. Looking for something that can pull back here. So I'm just looking around, guys, right now. If you guys see anything, you guys can keep throwing them up. Right now, you guys just see me literally just watching things on pullbacks, looking to see what we can get here. Energy's in the red there, that's for sure. XOM, man. Dude, I had such a nice opportunity yesterday to short XOM at the 116.50 area. I talked about that area. It got close to it. It missed it by a couple cents. It went to 116.22s. And then look at that. Down goes oil today as we're seeing a hard downturn there. Valero is one I like.
Vino really popped through that 330 area that we were taking a look at, went right to 350. So it's going without me. But you know what, folks? The last thing that I want to do is have FOMO and buy this run and have it immediately knife back on me. It just got to start making smart decisions here. I'm watching this go. I missed it. That's it. Vino still moving towards the highs here.
Yeah, TLT bouncing there. NVIDIA coming back up a little bit. Just looking around to see what can actually make a move right now. Is it XLI today? What are we going to make a move on? I'm just looking around. I'm not trying to trade too fast, too early, because that's just going to end up wrecking me. Delta going higher, American Airlines going higher, Love going higher. So that's a theme against what we normally been seeing right now. Boeing finally bouncing. Do we finally get the bottom in Boeing today? At least from the recent action, it looks like it is trying to bottom out today. Doesn't look too bad there. I'll look for some pullback here to like 189.80s or 189.50s here for Boeing. Doesn't look too bad on pullbacks for Boeing here. All right, fighting the resistance right now, at least on the hourly, this prior support becoming resistance. I'm going to look for a quick little pullback action here and then look to see if maybe I can get Boeing around 189.50s. What are you looking at out there, guys? I'm going to catch up to you guys in the chat. Tesla moving. That's not a bad one to keep an eye out.
Tesla
Duke.
really pushing the highs.
There you go. That's not a bad one to kind of catch on there. In the long run, I don't believe in Tesla right now. But can it get the bounce today? Hell yeah, it can. It can go back to maybe 255 resistance. We're at 251 right now. We'll see if it can get back there towards the 255 today. There's Boeing continuing already. I'm looking for pullbacks in that action, but not getting it just yet.
RXT moving here on a potential takeover talk.
Picard moving higher. Maybe FedEx moves higher today.
Vino finally moving back down. Microsoft still going higher here. Great call, Jay. God, great move. Jay, what signaled to you that that was the buy here in the pre-market? That's really impressive. It tried to pull back. Okay, he's just looking at the TL. Is that what he said? Did I miss that?
No, I was just thinking. I mean, that's probably what he's been seeing. Mitch, all the beat up stuff moving. What we talked about this morning. So the beat up stuff, Ryan, is where the buy was in the pre-market. If you bought those all in the pre-market, you're killing it right now.
Yeah, you
sure are. And a big part of that is the turnaround in the TLT. That's what we were talking about on pre-market prep. A lot of people watching the TLT turn here at 7 a.m. And just with that turn, look what happens with the stocks out there. Look at Microsoft at 7 a.m. What happens at 7 a.m.? Right here. So you see how this starts to get really strong there? When it's ETF effects coming into the markets today. Uber liking oil drop. Uber has news, Ben. So if you didn't catch pre-market prep, Uber put out news that they're going to be working with UPS, USPS, things like that. So catch that action. You know what's an interesting play today on the hourly that hasn't broken down? Pixie. So this isn't moving much right now, but take a look at this hourly chart. Does that look interesting?
Yeah,
That
it
looks
looks it
interesting
looks
to me.
prime to go. And take a look at PXLW, which is I don't know how if they're related. That's Pixelworks. That actually is moving here today. Potential triple top there on Pixelworks.
So to me, like that 120 area, that 118 area seems to be holding very well. Can we get a pop to 170? I mean, a pop to 170, that'd be a pretty good risk to return here. So I'm willing to take a shot here on this one today. Go ahead and let me try to see if I can get about 100 shares right now and a little bit of a pullback from the 130s. 126 here, 128s. All right, I'll buy 128s. I'm going to get a starter on here on Pixie. Risking about $17 right now.
Jay saying the entire Twitter feed was bearish yesterday. I noticed that too. That's actually one of the things we discussed in happy hour about there's so much bearishness. Wouldn't be surprised if we bounced. Let me ask you, Jay, what are your thoughts on SSYS? We got the special meeting. It's pretty much new lows from the day that it announced that. Looks real sick. Doesn't look great. Would love to know what you're doing with that. I'm thinking about just cutting my losses and moving on.
TCL continuing. We'll see what happens on that. The TQQQ pushing to the upside. Amazon not looking too bad today. Even IonQ getting a little bit of a lift there. Let's see if the TLT can continue. Look how the TLT is showing up here. I'm wanting it to continue this trend from this morning. If it breaks that trend, that's where I got to really be careful. I could draw a trend line like this and look for alerts down below 85.70. Down below that, I'll let you guys know I see the TLT breaking down. Here's Pixie already starting here now towards 133s. So up a decent amount already on this one. I like how I caught this one on the daily chart and just went after it pretty quickly here. So I'm looking for pullbacks now. I can even add to this shift Pixie and look for a real pop. I need to see volume come into this name. That's going to tell me that I picked the right timing.
Dave, shorting CarMax here. That's an interesting one. Jay, you're still in it. You still think it's worth 20. Okay. I mean, I hope someone is willing to pay that. It's just, it's trading like garbage. It looks awful. And it feels like it's coming in again. I actually wouldn't be shocked to see single digits just based on the way it's trading.
All right. Well, I'll let Shift Pixie just do its thing, man. We'll see if we get a nice little gainer on that one today. It doesn't look bad at all. Looking around to see if there's any other plays like this.
BNOX moving up. That stock has just been absolute death for me. I think I've lost several $100s on that over the past couple of weeks. Just no W's at all on BNOX for me. Gonna stay away from it. Just really.
He's on the ban list.
I'm just not doing a good job with it. I gotta like Mitch, like you were saying, gotta stop the bleeding. If stuff's not working, gotta stop doing it. I mean,
and know those stocks that you don't trade well. Know those stocks that you don't trade well. Put them on a ban list. Get that crap out of your mind, right? There's plenty of stocks that I don't trade well with, guys, and I just avoid them like the plague. You're going after that LAAC webcoin. That's that new spinoff from, of course, Lithium Americas. Interesting to think about. Let's go to Apple. I got you. I'll take a look there. Look at Pixie now making a move to 141. Let's go. Let's see if we can really get this moving here. Pixie's looking really great, guys. I think this could get a pop there to 170s. That's where I can maybe sell some of it. But I just put out an all sale at 190 right now. And that'd be a nice little $62 for $17 risk. I don't know about you guys. That sounds like a good 3-to-1 outlook. And that's what I'm trying to stick to, guys. The mathematical advantage that we talked about yesterday. So vital. Hit the like button. Over 378 of you guys out there. Let's see if we can get it to 400. Smash that like. Let's get it. All right, looking around, guys, seeing technology still leading the day here. Cyclicals leading, also industrials in the green. Defensives just slightly green. What's in the red? Healthcare, energy, communication services, and of course, the sneaky financial services still red as we continue to see that drop. We'll see what happens if they bounce back on the day, but definitely red to start it out. KRE going lower now towards 39.67. Did you see what they started talking about on CNBC yesterday? Of course, they started finally mentioning that the banks are going down. So keep your eyes on that. I think in the long run, that's going to expand in a big situation with real estate. We talked about that on pre-market prep. So if you didn't catch that conversation, I would definitely check out pre-market prep after the show to catch that KRE and banking talk. That was a really good conversation. Smash the like out there, guys. Let's keep it going. I believe it too. You got this, Sydney. All right, what are you guys looking at out there, team? Vino now to 373. So those people that might have been looking for shorts might not be doing that great there. Vino just taking off to the moon there, now to 388, 385. So that one definitely took off like a rocket there. KRE going lower. That doesn't look good there on at least financials. How's the SPY looking here? Now it's starting to test the downside. Looking at technology to see if it can stay strong. That's the area that I definitely think we need to keep our eyes on today. If tech can't stay strong, this market probably will turn right back to the bear side. Apple staying strong, even though it got a downgrade this morning. So that looks actually good there on Apple as it starts to come back. Where I see resistance coming into play, probably towards the 174. You're ways away from there. You can keep going higher. We'll see what happens on that Apple chart.
Dave joined you on a short on KMX, just really small. We'll see if that pays out.
Okay. Tell us what you're seeing on KMX.
Looking like it's going to roll over. Dave's been here's the thing, Mitch. You started with this at the top of your when you were talking here this morning about looking for potential shorts. If you're only trade one side, you're going to be in pain if things reverse. And that's kind of the situation that I was in. Mostly a long bias trader trying some of these scalps and long swings. So I'm trying to adjust the game to the short side. It's not something that I do very often. So when I'm in that position, I'm definitely looking for some more experience here. Jay, Dave, you guys have really been on top of it, especially with some of the shorts. We actually had a discussion recently in CarMax. We had a gentleman in the happy hour that gave out an options trade for CarMax that I opted not to take. It ended up paying out. I definitely understand people not wanting to buy cars with the way interest rates are right now. Can definitely see these stocks coming in some more. That was the entire thesis between the Toll Brothers short, which was the home builders off basically the same thing. That is actually working really well. That's probably my best trade in the last several weeks here has been a short. So trying to expose it some more here. It certainly, to Dave's point here, it certainly does look like it wants to break down further. Now we'll see if we end up getting that.
All right, guys, looking for
trade the pool. Looks like Gil. Looks like Gil here. I'm with you. KMX. Looks like we got a couple of people here. Dave going on and saying I trade better to the short side. So there you go.
You got this, Sydney. Step up to that plate. That's what it's all about. Just keep the process always in your focus. Dave saying he trades better short.
That's what I'm saying. I like how Sydney's taking your step up to the plate and now using it herself. Maybe we can get that to proliferate here. The whole step up to the plate mention.
One thing that I do when I step up to the plate, the number one thing I try to not do when I'm at the plate is think. My thinking should be done at this moment.
Let me ask you,
react.
Is that what was happening to the Rays yesterday? Were they thinking too much? 4 errors in one playoff game for a new franchise record. What the hell happened?
Well, this is what happens when you have 4 of your best players go down 2 or 3 weeks before the season ends. So 2 errors were made by Siri, which is one of the best defensive center fields probably in the major leagues. Let's just be honest. I would put him top 3 in the major leagues, and 2 of the errors came from him. Why? not playing for a couple of days. Just like if you were a trader and you took a week vacation and then you wanted to come back, and on day one, you wanted to tell everybody about the macro situation. I'll compare it to the markets, right? I can always do that.
I appreciate
That's
that.
as similar
I can
as
appreciate
that.
that.
Ryan, if you take a week off, man, and you come back, you're not going to be in tune with the markets. You take a week off, you're not going to be in tune with the way that the
Mitch, sometimes I'm here for the whole week and not in tune with the market. So yeah, I totally get it.
that's just part of the battle, right? But
That's a personal problem.
we'll see what happens right now, guys. Definitely getting that plus day, right? I was talking about how we could have a Max Payne trade to the bear side, not today to the bull side. And today, what are you seeing? You're seeing stocks like Oracle get a nice little lift. This is why I always try to think about the psychology and where the psychology is going for the day traders. Right now, the psychology really quickly leaned bearish. And of course, we get a bounce. That's the way the market works sometimes. Hockey, you got to take a shot to score a goal, baby. Let's go. And
my guy with an empty net goal yesterday for a win over the Red Wings in the preseason. It's the preseason, so but looking good.
Yeah. Looking
I
good.
can't wait for the regular season. It's October 10, right? That's opening day, October 10.
Yep.
Hawks, Penguins. Let me check that real quick. Sorry, I know this isn't trading, but this is something I'm really waiting for.
Can't blame you guys. Getting a downturn here in Nvidia. Be careful out there, team. It's below VWAP. I'm looking for a downturn below Meta's VWAP to try to get long on Meta, but I have to be very careful with this trade. If I see tech just wipe out to the downside, because that's the only thing in the green here, at least strong. Cyclicals are green too, but only 0.1%. Technology only up 0.2%. Everything else in the red from the open. Watch out here. Q's coming back to the VWAP here. Gonna get an opportunity on Meta. Let's see if I can get it.
Tuesday, October 10.
I want to see a little lower on Meta. And I think the Rays will bounce back today. I think the Rays bounce back today.
Okay. I'm excited. AEO.
Best home pitcher in the major leagues pitching today. Best home pitcher in the major leagues. Eflin.
Oh, Zach Eflin. I remember when he used to pitch
I think
for the
he's only
Phillies.
lost one game at home.
Okay.
When he's pitched, he's nasty at home. You got to know these kind of stats, man.
Yeah, no, I'm look, when the Cubs really started to tank at the end of the season here, it looked like they were going to make the playoffs. I was like, you know what? Just don't even let this be another thing in the negative column. Just get past it. And so I kind of stopped looking at stuff, but that's good. It's a good little stat there.
Yeah, got to know some stats there. I always know some good stats. That's what keeps me honest. All right, guys, trying to get some meta here at 350s. So I'm trying to fill in my first order at 350s and then fill down to 300. Risk down there towards like 299.50s. Just got it there, guys. You guys see me get filled there. Put the order out for the pullback entrance fill. Now I'm looking to add some more towards like 320s, 325s. If I can get that, I'll add another 20 shares here. Just trying to slowly work into the position. But want to see the Q's VWAP bounce and go higher. Pixie, what's up with you? All right, we'll see if Pixie can go higher. Keeping a close eye on that one too. Want that one to break through the 150 area. Here's Meta already getting strong here, so I like that outlook. It already bounced a little bit, put myself into the green here. So let's see if this can really start moving. It's already back there towards 301s. So in a little bit, we'll be up about a point. If it goes through the high, we'll be up towards 302.87, which would be about 2 points and 40 cents. So even 20 shares can make me a decent gain. I know it's not going to maybe, get me rich, but right now I'm not trying to get rich. I'm just trying to keep in the profitability and keep pushing in the right direction. I've had 5 green days in the last trading days, so I want to continue that going, team. It hasn't been big green, but just green. And to tell you the truth, right now, the number one thing that I'm trying to do is just stay green and just keep that trend going. And it gives me confidence to go ahead and step up to the plate like we talked about earlier.
I like what you did earlier, Sydney. Step up to the tee and hit an eagle. I like that. See what you did there.
Can you explain what the relation with the TLT? It goes up, market up, or the other way around? The thing that happens sometimes is that sometimes bonds lead and sometimes equity markets lead, right? The bonds have been leading as of late, as we've been seeing this downside in the TLT really come into the equities. Now you saw the opposite today. You saw the TLT bounce and the equity waves, they kind of come with that TLT bounce. So this is all kind of bigger conversation. And I think that you need to kind of maybe look into understanding a little bit more about this, Patel. So I don't want to go too deep, but maybe you start looking into how that relationship works. And that's kind of what we would call more intermarket analysis. Trade the pool. Green day. Happy day.
Will's asking Ryan, what's going on with NVOS? Bro, I have no idea. This is a 40-cent junk stock. This is not something that I follow, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have no idea what's going on here. It looks like we've got an, intraday triple top. This has been moving on momentum. Maybe it keeps moving, but I don't know. I think that thing's junk.
All right, looking for a quick decline here to add towards my meta trade. Let's see if I can get it here. I'm putting in some ads back down here to add below my entry to try to improve my entry. We'll see what happens if I can get those ads and then get this to go higher. I'm seeing the Qs go higher, so I'm feeling a little bit more confident about adding to this position. You can see here on the Qs where we're bunching up for the upside breakout here. I could also play this play by going for the TQQQ or looking around, but I like this recent attempt at 357 recovery. I would like it to tap 357 and then rip to the upside 357.50s. Let's see what happens. A move above 358 would be that breakout to the upside. See if I can get these declines and a quick little pullback fill for Meta. We'll see what happens there, guys.
FRLN from the list here this morning, just nothing but down moves. We've seen that a lot. GRTS, this looks like this is going back up towards some of the highs here. GRTS, we've actually seen this a bit. Here, let me fix this for you guys.
All right, guys.
GRTS, we've actually seen this a couple of days. Let's see if we get another move here today. Excuse me, man.
You're all good, my friend. All right, guys, looking for 138s to add on Shift Pixie. Actually, I'm going to do 136 on add on Shift Pixie, and then from there, I'm going to break even hold on the rest. So if I do get that add on Shift Pixie, I'm looking for the breakout now on Shift Pixie. There's Meta filling me on the quick pullback here, back towards 300. So now I just got to understand my risk and stay in the trade and look to see what happens here. I'm going to risk about towards 299.60s. It's about $28 of risk here. Looking for the upside action back through the 302s, back towards 302.40s and 302.50s, which would give us about like an $86 gain there. So as long as we can make 3-to-1, kind of about 80, 60, somewhere in that range, I'm going to go into the 60, 70, 80 range. We'll see if we can get this to come back to the upside.
Dan, good to see you here this morning. Dan saying there's too many penny pump plays these days that have decent setups. I don't like playing under $1.02. That's exactly where I'm at. We're taking a look at ICCM the other day, and it was just like, man, it just these penny pumps. Like, I can't do it. They're not. I understand the appeal because they're such low price and you can get so many shares, but I mean, my goodness, it's just for me, it's just not worth it. Just not. I'm with you there, Dan.
On a day like today, it's not the worst when the market's going up. My biggest concern is playing these penny stocks when I don't see the market working in my favor. So like days where I see like big down days, why the hell am I playing penny stocks to the upside? Like, you get what I mean? So like,
yeah.
I try to focus on that. I like to focus on more rotation and overall industry-wide moves than even the penny stocks themselves. There's always a flavor of penny stock. For like a couple of weeks back, what was it? It was the biotechs that were going higher. I think it's more important to focus on the flavor of those penny stocks than to focus on one particular name. What can I say, guys? Got to focus on the flavors. All right, looking to see if Pixie could pull back and fill me, but I don't see it happening right now. I'm in at like 135 to add, but hey, if it just rips off without me, will I really be upset about it? More than likely not here. The Qs are going to be important. The Qs are just battling right now. Will they come back to VWAP here? I'm looking to see what happens with NVIDIA. NVIDIA is just hanging out at the VWAP right now. We'll see what happens with these names. In on Meta, in on Pixie. Let's see what happens, guys. No love for Square. That stock is just too beaten down, I feel like.
It's the beaten down stuff that's moving, though.
Flavor Flav. I got you, mystery man.
I'm going
I
to
need a
try
big
some
old clock.
GRTS here.
GRTS.
For some reason, I'm not getting filled. There we go. There we go. Let's make sure I get filled. Boom, filled. Yeah, that's so weird. I did a limit at 212. There's people there, but okay. Anyway, took some GRTS here. I want to see 212 go down and maybe continue this run. This pulls back VWAP here at 207. It just looks like this is going to break the. There we go. And through. Let's see if we can keep pushing here.
Okay.
See if we can keep pushing here. There we go. They brought in a bid at 215. Here we go. Let's go, GRTS. Let's get moving here. Just don't want this. I don't want stuff to go red.
We're getting a red test here. And so I'm watching the Qs here to see if we go red. A lot of volume coming in, though, on this pullback. That could be buyers stepping up here as the stocks pull back. I'm going to look to see if the Qs can come up and break to the upside.
GRTS, all right, up to 220 here. Let's put a stop in here.
Canceling Shift Pixie. There's no fill in the pullbacks. There's no point in staying in it now, at least on the ad. So I'll just look for the big push.
Putting a stop above my buy price on GRTS, so now it's impossible to lose. We're going to do what Mitch suggests all the time. Let the trade work for us. Hopefully this continues to move. High at 220. Would like to see that fall for the next leg up.
Yeah,
Green on the Carmack short. Let's go.
So another thing that I've been doing there, Ryan, to give you guys some insight on how I'm doing it with Trade the Pool sometimes is that I'll set that stop. I'll set a stop on the chart, like the chart stop loss, a little bit lower than even my entry. But I also usually keep my hand on the trigger for a market out near my entry, right? And so I'm putting the stop. So if the market order, like the market maker, won't come after my entry, but at the same time, I'm ready to stop out at break even. Things like that has helped me.
I get you. The big thing that I'm doing here is I want to try to not focus in on just one or two names, right? So I want to try and be able to move around. And if I have the order out there, then I don't have to spend as much mental capital, thinking about an open position.
Q's coming down here, guys. We got to be careful. It is trying to do a washout here. TLT just went below that alert, so be careful. We could be seeing a little bit of a quick downturn here. So I'm about to get out on Meta below 299.40s. It's hit it once. If it hits it again, I'll be out, but it looks like we're getting this downside attempt here.
GRTS through that 220 spot up to 221 here now on GRTS. Patrick warning of a bull trap coming. Dave saying SPY rolling over. If we break 420, it's game over. So that's kind of what we talked about here, right? Let me go back. Let me remove this. Let me get this on. There we go. This is what I was talking about in the open here, right? We came down. We tested this 420 level. That's where this purple and this blue line are converging. We bounced, or we're bouncing a little bit. But what Dave is saying is if we retrace this and break this, look out below. And Dave, I think you're right. I think probably the first stop here, probably going to be in this 412 area. Maybe we find some support up here at 418. I don't know, though. I think this probably goes a little bit lower. 412 would be my target here. With you on that one, Dave.
All right, going to look to see if Meta can recover here and then start getting back into the green. I'm looking for still upside action. I think it could still come in here. I'm just going to keep an eye on what can happen here on the next move here. And so the big thing is I needed to come back towards this trend line, and that's a move back towards 301.80s. A move below 299.40s would get me out. We'll see what happens.
Ryan, Staff Sergeant Ryan, good morning, saying, I want to get your opinion on the Yield Max ETFs. I don't know if you've talked about them in a previous show, but what do you think of these ultra high dividends? Okay, I have no experience with that. So I'm going to make a call to the community. Anyone out there that knows about these Yield Max ETFs, can we help our man Ryan out here? Ryan, in the event we don't get any help here today, I will try and look into these and give you an actual answer. I don't want to give you something that's just off the cuff, uneducated. I don't think that benefits anybody. So let me try and get some more information on this. If there's anyone else out there that can help him right now, please do so. That's what our community is all about.
I agree. Now I've gotten that downside action. I shouldn't see it go through this 299.45. Anything below that, I might have to get out here on Meta, looking for this to start working its way back up. First stop is going to be the VWAP around the 350 area. I want to see buyers step up there and get back to 301.
Stop moved up on my GRTS to 220. So if it comes back in, we're just going to book those gains there and move on. Otherwise, we hope it continues to push here. 225 the day high. I'd like to see that fall.
Looking around, guys. Palantir now pulling back here. Tesla pulling back and staying at the top end of the range, though. So that's not the worst outlook here. Stoxel, how's that doing? Big pullback here towards the support. We'll see if it's able to hold there. Amazon pulling back a little bit. I think Meta's on the battle right now, so we'll see what happens there in Meta. Getting that downside attempt here. It's all about the Qs, I think, here. And I know that some people are watching the SPY. I'm watching the Qs because I feel like if we're going to get a lift today, it's going to be from the tech names, right? And so that's why I'm sticking with the Qs, because if the Qs is going to go up, I think it's going to actually lead the SPY today. Sometimes I feel like the Qs lead. Sometimes I feel like the SPY leads. It's not necessarily one that leads necessarily.
GRTS came back down to my stopped me out. So those gains are booked. That's in the just a little, it was a little trade. It was only about $20, but green on the screen. We're still open in the CarMax short. That one was courtesy of Dave. But we're still in this one here. Like Dave was saying earlier, we were talking about this right here when we were buying, and we were saying this looking like it's going to roll over. We got a test of the VWAP. I actually drew a little bit of a trend line on here. It's messy, but it's still here. You can see it. We can actually adjust this a little bit. Here
We're talking messy?
No. I like what you did there, but no. So this, Dave, great call. You said this looks like this is going to roll over. So far today, that appears to be the case. Still short here.
All right, guys, keeping a close eye. If Meta just rips to the upside, I could look for other tech trades like Apple, Microsoft that are on a setup there. I'm going to be watching those. I'm also going to be watching to see if Google goes from red to green. It just went red. Let's see if it goes green again. I'll be keeping an eye on that. And Tesla is on the VWAP also. So Tesla, Microsoft, Apple, what will happen with those three? I'm keeping an eye on the big boys.
Real quick here, Jesse asking Ryan, is it just you or you and AB the rest of the week? So we were trying to get Gil on. Gil is not actually available this week, unfortunately. We will have him on sometime. By the way, GRTS continuing to move higher here, 227 year day high. So that little pullback held, and then it moved higher here. As far as who's it going to be, yeah, this is Mitch's last day this week, I believe. He'll have to confirm that. Don't want to speak for him. I am definitely going to be here Thursday and Friday. And I am attempting to get Andy from Mighty Soldiers Trades on with me so we can continue to bring you more setups and more entertainment. I'll say this, Jesse, AB is welcome here anytime he wants. So if AB wants to join the fun that we're going to have on Thursday and Friday, I'll even reach out to him today and I'll be like, Jesse is asking for your presence in live trading, and we'll see if we can get him to show up. All about it.
Qs testing down here. Be careful out there, guys. You might see another down test here, and the Qs going lower than the open. That's not a good look there. That can be where they start to wash us out. Look at the TLT and how it's coming down really fast here. I can show you guys that in a second. I'm just focused on my meta trade here, just in case if I need to get out. But I need to see a recovery of the TLT or in the Qs here. If not, I'm going to go.
Austin, no, Mitch is not leaving the show. I'm sorry. That was my fault. I said this is Mitch's last day. It's his last day this week. He's off Thursday and Friday. Look, if Mitch were leaving this show, I would be a basket case right now, and you guys would absolutely know it. So no, that's not what's happening.
No worries, guys. Not leaving anytime soon.
No, sir. I'm sorry for y'all.
Siree. No, it's good. No worries. It's that type of week, man. It's already been a tough week. And so let's see what happens here, guys. I'm focusing on this meta trade. I like the action that's going on in the meta trade right now, but I need to see the cues come back.
GRTS big knife down to almost to the VWAP here, 213. I've got it at 216. Dave, so interesting. No, Austin, none taken, man. I did this. I would be saying the same thing. So believe me, no offense taken there. Mitch is a stalwart of what we're trying to do here. I couldn't do what I do without Mitch. Let's put it that way. Dave saying KMX making us bank. So it's not actually, so I'm glad that it's making you bank. I'm not actually making bank on it. In fact, I'm only up $6 right now. But again, this is also something else. Shorting is not my comfort zone. So when you're stepping out of your comfort zone, we talk about this a lot. I'm not going to try to go at things full size when I'm doing something new that I'm unfamiliar with. To me, that's just going to stir my emotions up and all of that. So what I am trying to do is I'm trying to kind of identify these setups, practice actually trading them, look at the trading action and the order flow. And when I'm successful in that several times in a row, then I will start increasing the share size. That does not stop this from being an excellent call. You gave us this call early. You said, I'm short right here. I'm looking for this to roll over here. We talked a little bit about the thesis, or at least my end of the thesis. You're welcome to add anything to that. We are moving to the downside here, so that trade is working. You love to see it.
Love to see it. And then, like always, guys, you guys out there, we're not
13.
here. Like always, build your own decision-making skills. Let us know about it. We can all learn from you.
We're doing this live right now. 13. I am in talks to secure Andy for the next 2 days. Would you like to join us too? I understand that you can't get on right at the start. The door is open for you to join whenever. You just let me know and I will get you that link. Would love to have you on here trading live with our group. Special guest rotation. Let's do it.
Keys bouncing back, sticking to this meta trade. Now I'm going to start seeing Apple take off to the highs. Apple take the highs. Tesla take the highs. Let's see if those two happen. And also Microsoft come back to the highs. So I'll show you guys how those look right now, and we'll see if those start to take off here. Apple, you can see it setting up there, trying to push there towards the highs. Microsoft, we'll see if it comes back to the high, and Tesla's just off the VWAP. Can that go back to 250, 250s? Let's see what happens here. Pixie starting to go in the green there for me. Nice little takeoff there on Pixie. Guys, at this point,
yeah,
Pixie's
great
just
job.
break even. Break even from here on out. This is what I mean by letting the trade work. Now I'm going to set a stop here at 125. What, $3 down? I'm up 16. That's already a 3-to-1 outlook. So let's just keep this working now. Let's let this really go towards the daily levels that I was looking towards. Next stop, 160 and 170.
Great job on Pixie. By the way, let me go ahead and throw mine up here. I think it's this. Yeah. So we talked about this. I don't know if it's really the same, but Pixel Works, ticker PXLW. You can see we actually ran up here, ran into this triple top area of resistance, rejected it. It's been nothing but selling off. At some point, there might be a bounce in this stock, but this knife catch right here, this ain't it. This ain't it for me anyway. By the way, GRTS, we talked a little bit about that. That actually sold off too after its recent push here. This tried to come into the VWAP, didn't quite get there. Looking like it's trying to bounce here. We'll see if GRTS sets up again. Crow mentioning Vino. What happened with Vino? Haven't looked at that in a while. By the way, Vino on the list. So really quickly here, the stocks from the list this morning, just for all of you that are either joining late or forgot, we had CDT, Vino, FRLN, and Palantir, IKT and Palantir. Those were pretty much the stocks from this morning. If you want to check in on those. Boyle, by the way, after that push up has really kind of come back in. CDT tried to bounce back to the VWAP, could not do it.
Nice push there in Meta. Now I'm trying to add towards my entry. I'm trying to add towards 300 now.
All right, looks like we are going to secure multiple guests for the next 2 days. I'll tell you guys, I'm getting more and more excited as the day goes on right now. And it's
I'm
early.
adding.
Mitch, I'm adding.
I'm taking shots over here, guys. There goes Pixie. Kabam! You know it, SST trades. Let's get after it, team. Can we get to 170?
Market trying to bounce here
on 170 there for Pixie, but I think Pixie could even go off towards $2 today. So I'm just sitting back on this one. This was one that I caught early. There's not many times I take trades so early, but Pixie just looked like a good position today. Now what's coming in it? Volume. That's what I was looking for. And we love you too, Becca.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You guys keep taking a look out there. We'll see what else is going on. Gil saying he's bummed he couldn't join this week. I'm sure Gil is bummed. Trust me, I spoke to Gil earlier in the week, and he was already trying to come on. So
I was gonna say, you know what, Mitch? Let's just run this back. Let's get him on here even when you're here. How about that?
Yeah.
We don't have to wait for you to leave again. Let's just get him on the week after if he's free.
Yeah, I like that idea. Don't worry,
let's
guys.
do that.
Should be getting him on just shortly. Let's see what happens now. Now that Meta's getting deeper into the green there for me, I don't want to be adding on those pullbacks. I want to respect my outs now, and we should start seeing Qs rip to the upside here and go towards the high, not reject the VWAP here. So I'll show you guys what the Qs look right now and why I think this is so important. So right now I'm looking to see if the Qs make a move to the upside of this range and break the upside of the range. So you could do a trend line, you could do a resistance line, whatever it is, but I don't want it to come back and break this down range here. So back below this support right here, and that's not a good look. We can even wick there, but we shouldn't close down below that. Look at the hourly also and how that comes into play with this prior resistance acting as support. Let's see if that can hold on there and really start making a move. So as long as we can close above that, we're looking good. What you got for me, my friend?
GRTS. Let me go back to that. We are still watching Vino here. This is actually trying to get back above the VWAP here on Vino. But GRTS, this did kind of come back in towards the VWAP, gave you an opportunity. New highs here. 231 looks like the high of this candle. Yep, 230, excuse me. Your high print. I have 231 in my broker. Interesting. But anyway, GRTS set new highs. We'll see where this is at. Dave, I know you covered some of CarMax here. Let's take a look at CarMax, ticker KMX. Just an absolute great call, Dave. It went up a little bit right after we opened that up and ran into that VWAP trend line and just sold off. Next spot on GRTS, 233, and then after that, 250, by the way. Yep, 13 gave it to you as well, GRTS.
All right, guys, took a little bit more of Meta, so now have 50 shares. So just trying to step up here. I want to see the Qs now close in this next 5 minute above VWAP. So by 10:20, I'm looking for the Qs to be above VWAP. See what we can get today, guys. Still battling in the same positions from the open. Now slightly green on Meta and looking to really get this to start pushing. Now the Qs are going to 356.30s, 356.40s. This is why I like the timer at the bottom. And I always look at on the 5 minute, the last minute and a half to try to be bullish for me as I look for candles to close in that bullish sense. So now in this next minute 40, I'm looking for Meta to close blue here, which would be green candle. Let's see if we can do it. Also the same thing for the Qs. Look how the Qs are in that red, but I'm going to look for in the next minute and a half for this to go green and get above the VWAP. Disney COVID lows, man, Disney's going lower. At least that's the way I feel. That's for sure. What's your thoughts on the Speaker of House getting removed? The same thing I thought about the damn shutdown talk. It's just,
yeah, I don't think
that's what I think.
I don't think that's going to affect our trading at all. That's got a whole bunch of political implications, but I can't think of anything that I would trade based on that news, frankly.
That just tells me don't listen to the media, man, sometimes. And this is why I try to base
The
my
media
information.
turns your brain to mush, man.
This is why I try to base my information on what price action I see in the market. Look at Meta go now, guys. Boom, baby. Let's get after it, team. Nice first move here on Meta. And then a little bit more pop towards 301.80s. I'm going to take half out there and just look for this to keep riding for the rest of the day for the remainder of that. Can I get a little bit more pop to the 301.80s? I'm going to take that a half off there and then look for Pixie to really get going there. Pixie's now up to 156. Wouldn't want it to even break back down towards my entry. I'm just looking for that one to keep moving. Qs, what do? They close this candle 1 second away from it. And where does it close? Look at this, guys. Red to green. That's what I wanted to see now. Now, what I would not want to see is a breakdown of this support, this 355.73s. That breaks for the remainder of the day, and I will get out of tech trades. But if now we can go towards the high 358, I'm hanging out in my tech trades and riding with it. Let's see what happens.
Nice job here, Mitch.
It's not done yet. It's not done yet. It's not done until we have profits.
True.
So that's the key there, right? We need to have profits. Without profits, it's just noise. It's just
stopped out of CarMax for a small gain, but that actually worked. We'll keep looking at different short opportunities here because that definitely feels like the way the market is going. Good call, Dave. Great job on your execution as well. And you were exactly right on your bounce spot, by the way, at 68.
Getting a little bit of a pullback. The Qs pulling back here to 356.25s. I want to see in this 5-minute candle up there towards 357. That's going to be a good outlook for continuation. Pixie going higher. That's looking decent. Let's see if this can really break towards the 160s. That's the next spot on the daily chart that I'm looking at on Pixie. So you can see right here, can you get through this 162 high of yesterday? If it gets through 162, I think we could attempt to go towards this high of 206. That's why I'm riding this trade.
13 gave you resistance points at 158 and 164. That 164, 162, about the same there.
Okay. I like that outlook. And I always like to hear from you guys out there. So let me know, right? That's what it's about. We'll see what happens there. It's a fake breakout on Meta. Why would it be a fake breakout? Let us know what you see. I don't care if you say it. It's not a big deal, but just let me know. What do you see on Meta that tells you that it's a fake breakout? Dun, dun, dun. The Qs gotta go, guys. We're getting a little bit of a trap back down here, so be careful out there, team.
Femi, if it tries to get over this 227 here, possible on Femi.
All right, now I'm just keeping my eye on Meta. I'm not going to let it go red here, guys. If it does come back to my entry, I'll get out, and I'm willing to get back in the name, but not going to let it go red now. This is where my separation has happened. Back, let's say 2 or 3 weeks ago, I would have let this go red from here. Now, what do I need to do? Hold it break even. Hold it break even. And I'm not going to put the stop out there, but mentally, right now, I'm thinking that. Right? Maybe even if I lose 20 cents on this right now, but not letting it really come back down below the entry is what I've been trying to do, which does what? Just keeps me in the green right now. Because the market's hard right now, guys. It's not easy.
Yeah, it is.
Not easy. Gil, you're still after CarMax? There you go. Get after it, man. There's no need to wish luck. Let the market do the job, right? The market works for us. We can't work always for the market. If we always do that, we're going to get crushed.
Took some Femi here at 230. This is going to be a real tight stop, though. I want this to continue to try and press the highs. And in an ideal world, I'd like to see it break the highs. If we come back in here, we're just going to close this one down. 230 long here.
Q's breaking down, at least doing an attempted breakdown here. So let's see what happens. Break to 355.50s, and I have to get out of Meta.
Femi resistance 245. That's what we're looking for here, 13. We get that, we'll be good. Sydney, I apologize in advance if I've cursed you and your position because I've bought this now. I apologize. That was not the intention. Just trying to get in our trade in here. 2 for 2 so far today. Would like to make that 3 for 3. All of them pretty small.
Can't blame you, man. And the Q's doing that attempt towards the breakdown here. 355.70s hitting 355.50s. I wanted to see 357 show up there. This is where I got to be careful and not let things go too deep into the red here. If I do, that's easy way how you just get wiped out. So on this pullback, Q's testing down, it could stop me out. And I'm okay with that. You need to be okay with that sometimes.
Here, let me get your thing up so we can visualize those levels.
So right here, you can see how my position almost comes into the trend line. That means it could bounce there. But let's say this 300, definitely shouldn't let it get through there. If it hits 300, no. So look how the Qs are putting in a big wick there and recovering the level that we were looking at. Now I need to see this not even break. So you see what you see here? And then traders talk about this trend all the time. Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Let's not let that higher low trend break here. All right, now the Q's starting to recover a little bit. Let's see if Meta can really take off. Where's Apple? Apple's near the top of the end of the range. Has Tesla broken to the top end of the range? No, but it hit it. It went to 253 right before it, 252.97. Let's see if it takes out 253 on the upside continuation. Here's Meta starting to get strong again. Now I want to see it take out these highs here and then start working back to the next high, which is this 301.80, 301.90 area. That's where I'm going to sell out half. And then the rest will be break even no matter what. Here's a little bit of a pop, 301.30s. Can I get half out there? Let's see. As it gets to 301.40s, there we go. Starting to get towards the 301.50s. If I see 301.50s, I'm going to start putting out that 301.80 order to sell half. Bum, bum, bum.
One thing that's got me worried on Femi here is the volume seems to be drying up. That can change in a heartbeat, but that's one negative sign for this particular trade. Let's see if we can push through this area.
Quickly. Try not to run too quickly to the profits here, but also keeping a very close eye on the Qs.
Bitcoin, nothing but down since the open.
3 minutes until this candle closes on a 15-minute for the Qs. That's one thing that I'm watching. Want to see if they could stay above the 355.80s. And then green candle come back to the VWAP there.
Shout out to Smoke Tuna on the 3-minute chart here. I definitely, just from watching it from a couple of days here, I definitely feel like the 3-minute chart doesn't have as many fake outs. That's that 1-minute chart. Tuna, I know that you always talk about looking at MACD on the 3-minute chart. It's definitely need to do some more practice with that. MACD actually looks like it's trying to come green here on Femi. We'll see. I really think 225 has probably got to be the stop on this though.
Trying to get some money here, guys. The Qs are struggling though. I will say that.
That it tried to bounce, but that bounce was immediately met with sellers. Now it didn't break down further. That's going to be the next thing to watch here.
The Qs are dragging, guys. So just be careful out there. Here comes that pullback. Q's not giving it to us right now. Qs
Let's
are breaking
go, Femi.
down. I'm out. Took the gains there in Meta. I had to be quick with it, guys. Quick with the decision there. I made my decision, and I'd rather just take a small gain there and not lose. Just the Q's testing too much. And could it just be like an attempt to 355.50s and bounce there? Yes. But it's a wipeout through that level. I'm not sticking around for the wipeout.
IWM leading the downside yet again, Jay.
Look at this 355.50s. So you can see how vital this is for it to recover. I had drawn this line, and when I saw it cut through that line again, I said, you know what? That's too much for me. I'm getting out of that one, and now I can just let Pixie kind of do the work for me. And yes, I had to like 40, 50 bucks there. Maybe could have just taken that 40, 50 bucks. But I was also risking about 30 or 40. So that started getting me into the situation where I'm 1-to-1, and I don't like taking that 1-to-1 outlook. So right there, you guys see this downside in the Qs. That's the attempt to break all the bulls. Let's see if it breaks the bulls and recovers, or breaks the bulls and the bears take control here and things start going lower. Now I got to focus on Pixie. Won't lose a single cent on this position here. It's got the 128 and just let it work, guys. Let it work. Either way, what will happen now is, let's say Pixie stops me out. I'm not really green for the day, but I'd be up $5. Celebrate the day. At the end of the day, right now is the battle of just surviving and looking for the trades to go green, right? If we can get the risk and return, we'll take it. I mean, you can't say that it was a fake out now after I asked about it 10 minutes ago, and now you say it was a fake out. Come on,
Well,
man.
wasn't he saying it was a fake out then too?
Yeah, but he didn't give me the explanation until now.
Oh, until it actually, I see.
You get what I mean? Like, there you go. I'll catch a comment up at the top. The NQ, you're looking at the futures. Okay. On the VWAP, looks bearish. Okay. Hey. I like conversation, guys. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. I always look for it. I scrolled up. I got you, man.
Yeah, and I'm going to second that. Mitch and I disagree a lot, and it's never a problem. Like, Mitch is never disrespectful about it. We disagree about sports. We disagree about stocks. We disagree about politics. I've never discussed religion with him, so we probably.
I think I've
disagree on
gotten
that.
a clear understanding of that, and I think a lot of that was my early days in understanding like the day trading chat rooms that I was in, understanding how Twitter a lot of the times can be. I don't get mad if I go on Twitter and I am long a stock and then I see someone talking about a short thesis. It's trading. Get over yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, it's trading, guys. I made the money on the call. That's all that matters, man. To tell you the truth, I'll be mad. I won't be mad about that, right? At least someone made money. I made money. You made money. Can we be mad?
I like this. I like this free lunch. When two people agree, one person wasn't needed. Might have to reuse that one.
Ooh, it could have been that bull shakeout. Look at the Qs recover here. Look at the Qs trying to recover here. Look how they did a nasty wick to the downside. And look at the big bar it puts in right after that. That could have been that bearish shakeout. Chris talking about it in the chat. Let's see if it holds here. This is a tough one, guys. Like always, guys, smash the like. You guys are watching here live trading, of course, with Benzinga. You guys see here, of course, we have, of course, trade the pool. It includes penny stocks. You can trade more than 12,000 stocks in ETFs. And now you can even swing trade. So definitely take a look into this, guys. If you guys want to go ahead and take a look, just hit the link there, right there in the chat. You guys can hit the link also in the description below and get that buying power. Q's coming back really strong here. Do I go after the Tesla scalp? Tesla's looking like it wants to break the highs. Meta gave me that attempt to the down low, and look what happened, guys. Look at that. Now Meta, of course, wants to go. You guys should have probably known when the time I sold Meta, it might have been a time to buy it. But that's how it goes sometimes, team. I didn't want to battle too much, get too much into the risk there. This is where I wanted to take first profits. That would have been a nice like $30 first profits, and then looking for the expansion win. Now, can I trade Meta? No. I don't go and I buy Meta here and ruin my like execution. If you don't execute well and I get out of a trade, I don't go and I chase. Because if I do and I do that, and then what happens if Meta comes back down to 300? I'll tell you one thing. Computers go out the window. And so we don't want to be doing that, right? I don't want to be viewed as the Las Vegas guy that was throwing the TVs and throwing everything out of MGM. Let's not do that one. Let's take it easy now. We are seeing some upside, though. Be careful out there, team. This could lift technology and really start pushing some of those names. Look at Apple.
Stopped out of Femi, by the way. Stopped out of Femi on that poll right here.
Apple pushing there. Tesla pushing there to 253. Microsoft now pushing towards the highs. Google, will it go from red to green? There it goes. Back to the green side. The big boys carrying the market. NVIDIA. Ooh, this is the laggard style trade. I'll take it. I'll look for NVIDIA. Actually, you know what? You know what I'm going to look for? Here's one that is lagging a little bit. What about ARM? ARM on this pullback. I'll take a shot on this. Come back here towards 51.70. I'll take a shot off 51.60. Let's see what happens here. See if we can get ARM to go in the green. Amazon starting to move a little bit here. Look at that push on Amazon. That's a nice catch there. What could that help? That could help a name like Shop go back to green. Shop just put in a big candle from 51.20s to 51.70. So starting to see some names going into the green here. And names that are beaten down, going back into the green. TQQQ starting to push. So keep your eyes on that. Uber had some good news. That just lifted back above VWAP. So keep your eyes on that name. And it just seems like now we're getting some names to go into the green in the cyclical area. So lodging bouncing back, auto manufacturers bouncing back. Tesla through the high and higher it goes. The dragon can't stop, won't stop. 254. I see 255 in the play. We're almost there already. So that's looking interesting there. And now I'm going to look for Shift Pixie to take that next level off. Take off, man. Take off, Pixie.
Dave, this happened fast. Great call there on the scalp on Mara back to the VWAP. That looked like that happened real fast. Look at this one, this candle. Bang, nice job there. I didn't take this one, but great call out there. Looked like it just kind of happened a little bit too quick for anyone else to act on it. One more thing I wanted to mention here, Chin 77. What do you think about a swing in the XBI or LabVIEW oversold on the weekly? So I was actually talking to another trader this morning that thought the exact same thing that you did, was saying that LabVIEW, it looks pretty good. It's really beaten down. There were a number of us talking about stocks that were really beaten down, seemingly making the move here. That's what we're seeing here. Now, I've never really had success with these biotech ETFs, but I agree with your oversold position, and I think that maybe this is a potential bounce back. With that in mind, I don't have any position on this, so easy for me to agree with you and not put my money where my mouth is. But I do like the setup there. I'll let you know if I take that. Nothing
Order
yet, though.
filled.
Nice trade. Another Smoke Tuna hitting VVOS, that penny stock on Trade the Pool. Smoke Tuna, love to see that we got Trade the Pool working for you on the Mac. I knew that there was a way to do that. Awesome stuff.
Oh yeah, you got to tell me about that. Tell me how
Watch him come back and be like, guys, I got a PC because I couldn't get it on Mac. I would be embarrassed. Hopefully that's not what he says.
Palantir trying to come back. Of course, that could come back as you start to see some tech names lead, the Qs lead. Look at the Qs, man. What a trick today, guys. Those wicks can be tricks, and look at that. Look at the Qs almost breaking through the highs already. And this is how you can get wicked. And the Max Payne trade, right? Max Payne trade today started the day on let's get those bears squeezed out, pushed up. Now, let's get the bulls squeezed out. We'll pull down below the support. Now we'll break it to the highs. What happens here? The bears that came in on this little cut down just got wrecked. Market likes to hurt where it can hurt the most. Write that quote down. It's a big one. All right, guys, let's keep going. Qs and Apple ignored the downgrade. Yeah, Apple completely ignored that downgrade. Computer algorithms are working 100%. This is exactly what you would call this. And especially when it cuts through a support like that, everyone looking at its support, and what happens, it cuts through and the algos go to buy.
I'm doing a remote desktop on a Windows machine in order to get it working. Oh. I'm pretty sure I've seen a Mac app for this. I'm pretty sure that you can do that. I'm not doubting you, though, because I know that you've probably looked into this and probably reached out to Gil.
Looking for some pullbacks to get in. I have an order out there for ARM on pullbacks, but no fill yet. Of course, I'm trying to arm myself, like they said in the chat there. But arm myself with technology here. We'll see what happens.
Femi coming back into that 220 spot. If you guys still like that there.
Guys, smash it up out there, guys. You guys enjoying this?
GRTS doing a good job holding this level here.
Meta. Man, dude, that's going to be a little frustrating one, guys. Look at Meta now. Oh, look at that, guys. We would be selling out right now. I would be like, winner, winner, chicken dinner, baby. That would have been a nice $100 there. A boom, baby. Meta back through 303s. Not a bad trade overall. Just probably bad execution on my end at the end there. But hey, we saw the cues start to break down. I've been trying to avoid the breakdowns. So got out there, but man, Meta, nice trade if somebody was able to nail that today. Appreciate the love, man. And keep bringing your opinion in the chat. That's what it's all about, guys. We're here to focus on the market, focus on the action, not be about our kind of egos, not be about the Lamborghini.